Hello, welcome back. So now what we're up to in Submachine 7 is trying to find the locations and identities of 5 symbols so we can solve one last puzzle. So we have a symbol in this area, but we're not sure exactly where it is. If we go in here, this area has a map, and this one is this location here. So this is where symbol 1 is, and symbol 1 is going to be this compass symbol. That's what I'm calling it. So that must mean that area number 4 is where we just came from. And area 4 has the symbol of the two semicircle whatever halves. So we have the compass symbol is 1, then we got 2, 3, and then the semicircle one. And when we go in here, this one has this circle with the vertical line through it. That one corresponds to this area, which means it is the 3rd symbol. Cool. I'll remember that. Normally you'd be writing this kind of stuff down, but I've played this game a few times now, so I should be able to remember which one goes where. If not, I'll just feel embarrassed. So that's these doors we've gone through. In this door, we have whatever should be symbol number 5. The trouble is, what is the symbol? We never saw it when we were here. Oh, but there is this block we didn't know what to do with. But now it looks like we have something that'll fit perfectly in that hole. And we see the symbol. It's got some circular things on it. It looks like there's a V of some kind at the top. So I'm going to call this the V symbol. So we have our compass here, the circle with the vertical line. We have the semicircle thing, and we have the V symbol here. So now we just got to figure out what's the symbol for the second one, which we remember is on the other side of the great tree. So we're on this side of it, so we know where we are, but we can't cross over to there unless we find the other entrance to that part. So let's head all the way back. Gonna be a bit of a trek to that spot. And while we're here, let's put in the symbols we do know. So this is the compass symbol here. This one we don't know yet, but this symbol should go here. The 4th symbol is the semicircle ones, this one, and the 5th symbol is the V symbol there. So I got to figure out what goes in that slot, and the answer to that was up in this area, other side of the great tree. Here it is, and it's this sort of cross symbol. So we'll just head back and put that in the spot. Alright, nothing happens yet. We got to hit this button. Now that we have... That's loud. Sounded like something moved around a bit. Now that we have all 5 of these in the correct spot and all these lights, this machine works. So the drawing we had of it... Actually, let's look at the drawing. The drawing we had of the symbols and this transmitter showed that the lab is connected down to this dock. So if we head back to the dock, we should be able to find something has changed. And indeed, something has. We have a capsule we can get into. Let me pull this lever, and it takes us all the way back up to the laboratory itself. And if we head in here, we see a ladder, but we can't climb it because we're assumed to be here, and it's a bit far away. If we hit this lever, nothing happens. So back over here, we got to find this lever you might have seen already. If we turn this one on, then this light turns green, and we can extend this. Let's head down for a bit. So we head down here. We see, well, this grate is closed. We can't go there. We also see a lantern falling off of this point. So this was apparently some kind of light, but it's broken. And we can't seem to fix it here. But we do have this light bulb from the very beginning of the game. And if you missed it, you can always go back and get it. It's not completely blocked off from you, I don't think. I've actually never tried to go back to the beginning area because I've always had this light bulb every time I've played. But hopefully you remember to grab it because you're going to put it in here. And it opens the grate. And inside is another grate. So that's that. Let's come back here. Let's figure out how to open the other grate later. If we head up, we see some kind of display that is not on. Some other buttons. We head this way. We got a chair, some drawing stuff, some books, and a note. It's no wonder they wanted to bury this whole lighthouse with him still inside. The collapsed death toll was growing exponentially. Okay, that explains why Murtaugh was going to be buried in the lighthouse in the second game. It was on purpose. They wanted to bury him in there, I guess, to prevent more death, because all the portals he was creating, we've seen, are destroying the universe that we're in, and it's apparently killing a lot of people. And so, basically, they're just trying to mercy kill Murtaugh here. We got some more notes. Hi, Elizabeth. Even in my strangest dreams, I never thought that I would be able to create through dimensional pathways leading to new Hey, we've seen this note. This is the letter we saw in the second game. Yeah, will you take care of Einstein for me? Yours, M. This is back when Murtaugh and Elizabeth were friends. Dear Murtaugh, I understand your desire to build another karma portal within the lighthouse. I urge you not to do this. Once you leave the core, no one knows where you'll end up. The outer rim is endless. No one knows what types of mutations of submachines grew out there. I will take care of Einstein, but remember this, once you step through that portal, you can never go back. The core will be forever lost to you. I think that's core, not or. Makes more sense that way. Weird. So yeah, they were friends. Elizabeth said, don't do this thing. But Murtaugh did the thing, and so now they're enemies. Got another force field up. This one's easy enough. It's on our side. We can just do that. I guess Elizabeth was protecting her. There's gunfire here. Gunfire here. Okay, she got caught. That's why she's not here anymore. We got a little portal this way, though. That takes us up to this spot. And we can open and go down. So it seems that someone made a portal here to get up through this vent because it was closed off. So it wasn't Murtaugh because the force field here was protecting this part. So maybe Elizabeth needed to get back up and made... No, I don't know if she's able to make these portals. Maybe Murtaugh was trapped down in this part of the laboratory. And Elizabeth was in this part. She locked this part of the grate, so Murtaugh came through this portal. Whatever, there's a lot of gunfire here. I finally understood how they could mimic the structure of the subnet within a garden. They didn't have to mimic, they were already living inside the subnet. And our final secret is located right behind this table here. Just like all the other secrets, you just have to probe with your mouse till you see something you can click on. Yep, here's the map of the subnet there. So here's all 5 secrets we'll be able to use in a moment. And over here we have more documents. I can hear Murtaugh breaching the defenses of my ship. It is the high time for me to leave this dimension. I am sorry I couldn't wait for you any longer, but I fear that with one more karma portal placed, this dimension will collapse entirely. I know what he wants to do. I know why he came back to the core. He's after those who buried him alive in that lighthouse. I have to warn them. I have to get to the 5th layer. I wish you could follow me, but I have only one rescue pod left. I am sorry, Elizabeth. So I guess we're too late to follow her, or to catch her, before she left. We do have a lever here. And it seemed to open something up. What it opened up was the secret area we've been looking for. So back down here, this second grate opened up, and now there's another portal, which takes us to this area. Welcome to the super secret bonus section. Congratulations on finding this place. You can read my commentaries on creation of this game if you found the tokens, that is. So we can just put tokens in each of these and read. Those drawings were done by me while studying architecture back in the day, about 12 years ago. I held on to these because they seemed nice and I thought I might use them for something one day. But what do you know? They ended up in Submachine. And they're very nice drawings, which explains why the buildings in this game are very wonderfully rendered. You can find many references and small tributes to things I like in Submachine World. Blue energy lines are an homage to Tron. Dimension layers are Night Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko. Not totally sure, sorry. The mushrooms are from the Amanita Design Studio, and so on. You can try to find more and comment about them. There aren't too many references that are very obvious. So a lot of, like, the blue lines for Tron, I did not immediately think of Tron when I saw them, so there might be references that go over my head because they don't so clearly correspond to one other universe that you'll catch on to it, but maybe you watching this video have found a few. You can always let me know in comments, although I don't care that much. I kind of feel if the reference is not obvious enough, it doesn't attract enough attention for a normal player to at least pause and go, that must be a reference to something, then I'm not really worried about it right now. Deep sea or deep cave forms of life have one thing in common: fluorescence. It appears in environments lacking the sunlight, besides being a nice eye candy. That concept fits in perfectly with the Submachine universe. So yeah, we have these fluorescent or bioluminescent plants, not just because they look cool, but because if we're in an area that doesn't have sunlight, these would evolve naturally. That, naturally, is a real garden. It's Versailles, near Paris in France. The gardens of Versailles occupy part of what was once the Domaine Royal de Versailles, the royal domain of the Chateau of Versailles. Yeah. How many times can we write the word Versailles? So yeah, it's a real place that was modeled here. Not sure if it was done because Skutnik didn't want to actually draw a map or because he wanted to make this have references to the real world. Kind of hard to say. Murtaugh's karma portals are shattering this dimension, as I am shattering your expectations of what Submachine really is. Kind of. In this episode, I feel I pushed the story further than in any previous one. We're speeding things up. There are only 3 episodes left to go. Great things ahead of us. Happy holidays, everyone. Skutnik, December 15th, 2010. And that's that for the secrets. So, ordinarily, I'm long past the stopping point, but we're actually right at the end of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this thing up right now. And here we go. We just head right into this portal, and that's the game. So we escaped from Murtaugh's clutches, I guess, at the end of the 6th game, and now we were wandering around looking for Elizabeth, but we can't find her because she was caught by Murtaugh first. So now we're sort of chasing after her, hoping we can find her in the next game. So yeah, that was number 7. It is, so far in the series, my absolute favorite, even better than the lab. Just the world design is way more interesting, and the puzzles are great. I really love the puzzle to send the laboratory down. I feel it's the first example of a puzzle that really requires you to put the pieces of the world together in your mind. A lot of other puzzles were much simpler, or amounted to making sure you actually checked every corner for the item you might have missed. This one required you to have knowledge of the layout of the world and connect it to the symbols and do all sorts of stuff like that. It tickles me in a good way. So I really hope you enjoyed this one, and it does even get better in the next one. So I'll see you then for Submachine number 8. All right then, bye.